Hi there, BookTube! My name is Christina and today I'm here finally with my short, small, very small haul of books that I bought during my trip to Croatia. As you know, or probably know, I've been on a book buying ban for this whole year, and the only exceptions that I made for myself were during my birthday, and it's in July, so you will see that video quite soon. There will be a haul for sure. And for Christmas and the moments when I will be traveling to different countries. And since I happened to be traveling to a different country and I visited Croatia by road with a car, I visited the most part of it, let's say at least what you can see in a week, and I've not visited the capital city unfortunately, but all of the coast, like from the northern part that is near to Italy and then to the lowest point at Dubrovnik and so on. I visited all of it, or again as much as I could see at that moment, and I bought a couple, let's say the exact number, 3 books during that trip as a souvenir and as a memory of that trip. And since, as you probably know, I'm making this long-lasting project of 12 in 12, so during 12 months I'm planning to read about 12 different countries, and I usually tend to read something set in that country, and if it's written by an author from that country then it's even better, but not always it's possible. Well, I just took my chances and I bought 3 books, as I was telling you. And let me get right into the titles. The first 2 books, or better, the first book is actually a title that I saw on Goodreads while I was searching for books that were set in Croatia, and this one was one of the most popular ones, and I saw it as soon as I came into a bookshop in Dubrovnik. And there will be a vlog, not a vlog, like my usual video of my travels with just a bit of music, and you will see what I saw there and the books, how the bookshop was. And there I bought Chasing a Croatian Girl, and this book is quite famous. There were a bunch of copies of it. It was just in front of all the other books. It's written by Cody McLean Brown, so it's written by an American author, and it's quite autobiographic because it's the story of an American man who went to Croatia and fell in love with a girl, and all the things that happened from there. So it's set in Croatia, in the city of Split, that I actually visited, and that's beautiful. So when I will be reading it, it will be even more interesting to read about places and landscapes that I saw. And yeah, this was my first pick. But then while I was picking this one, I saw something, and it was the second book, and I just love the font because it's Croatia Strikes Back, just like Empire Strikes Back in Star Wars, and I just love this kind of Easter egg, let's call it like that. And this is the sequel, so what happens next? And I got both of them because they're very short. They're like around 200 pages or less each of them, so I thought that it was something funny and cute. It's a contemporary, of course, so I think that I will like them. And then the third book that I got, I was just compelled to buy it because first of all, the cover, second of all, the title. This is the cover of the book, and the title is Baba Yaga Laid an Egg. And if you're not familiar with like the Eastern Russian folklore, then probably you don't know who is Baba Yaga. And Baba Yaga is actually the old hag, witch kind of character, the bad one in the most part of Russian fairy tales. She's an old woman, she lives in the woods, and she's famous because not only she is usually ugly and bad, but she lives in this very particular house, because her house is a wooden house and it has chicken legs. So it moves around the woods, and you need to know the right words to say to the house so that the house, if you want to get in, it will turn to you with the door in front of you and with the back of the house to the woods, and it will sit down and you will get into it. Yeah, it's a bit complicated, but it's a fairy tale, come on. And I was just compelled to read it because it's such a huge part of my childhood. I don't know what's the equivalent for the Western culture. It's like the boogeyman, the black man, the monster under the bed. I don't know, but this is what we had. This is a typical Slavic, I don't know if it's correct to call it Slavic, part of folklore. And why I bought this? Well, first of all, it was written by a Croatian author, or better, it was written in Croatian, but the author was actually from former Yugoslavia, so now she lives in Amsterdam, and the name of the author is Dubravka Ugrešić. I have no idea how to pronounce any of those names, and it says that she was born in 1939, and she published both novels and books of essays. And I will just read to you what's written in the back, and that's the second reason why I decided to get this book. Baba Yaga is an old hag who lives in a house built on chicken legs and eats children. True. She appears in many forms as Pupa, a tricksy old woman who keeps her leg tucked into a huge foreign boot, as a trio of mischievous elderly women who embark on the trip of a lifetime to a hotel spa, and as a villainous flock of ravens, black hens and magpies infected with the H5N1 virus. But what story does Baba Yaga have to tell us today? This is a quizzical tale about one of the most pervasive and powerful creatures in all mythology, and an extraordinary yarn of identity, secrets, storytelling, and love. So I got something that I actually may enjoy, and something completely different from anything I could have possibly thought about while getting into a bookstore. But I'm so happy about this title and about these two. And the funny fact about these two books was, when I actually got to like the selling person and I showed the books and I was ready to pay, the girl who was there, she actually looked at the book, she started to laugh, she looked at me and she told me, well, this one actually tells the truth. It's just like he describes it. So if a local person like somehow approved this book, then I hope that it will be a good one. Of course, there will be cliches, and if it's written by an American, then there is the clash of cultures and a cultural shock, of course, but I will for sure enjoy reading these books. And this was it for this very short haul, and the next one will be for my birthday. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you've ever read anything set in Croatia or written by a Croatian author, then let me know down below, because I'm so curious. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye! Ciao!